Good morning. It's Laura from McNeely Garden Studios, and it's Tuesday at 10. So it's time to get started doing something fun today. We are going to be doing mixed media papers so that you can use your own papers in your mixed media art. It's super fun. I haven't put out the paint yet, so I'm going to be doing that. I've got something on my mind. You ever just have a friend that's kind of hurting and it just makes you hurt too? It's kind of what's going on. It's okay. It's the way that you show love and empathy for other people. And I'm sorry that others have to hurt. I'm sorry when I have to hurt. But sometimes it's a way to grow, isn't it? So I'm putting these, I'm using acrylic today. This one's not wanting to come out. And I'm going to show you something really fun. It just turns out so good in your mixed media. If I can get this going. I see someone. I'm wondering if it's my little friend Jamie. Oh, it is. Good morning. I've got one of those giant acrylic boogies trying to come out of my my paint. Okay, so I'm just filling my palette with paint. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to start on a plain piece of tissue paper, okay? And then I'm going to show you some other techniques, some other things that you can do to make your mixed media papers so that they're very interesting. And then I'm going to show you how I use them. Can you move up the screen? I'm gonna move you down here. So tell me if that's. I know sometimes what we're working on is covered by the words, right? How about that? Can you see it better? Just let me know. Anyway, so we're going to be doing this on tissue paper. And the reason, oh yes, good. All right, and so the reason that I like to do it on tissue paper is because whatever is white, when it gets glued with the medium, just sort of disappears. And so it appears as though whatever is painted on, or it doesn't even have to be painted, I'm going to show you some other things too, it just sort of disappears and the design is left there. And I'm not going to fill this whole thing up today while you're watching. I'm just going to give you the ideas. So, I have been hard at work creating this month's painting. And you guys let me know if you like it. I know you've already seen it shown on my page, but it's called Mexican Tile. And this is the one that we're going to be doing this month. So I'll talk to you about that again in just a few minutes. But so what's so freeing about this is you can literally just do anything. Just let your mind wander and do whatever. Because these kinds of paper are not necessarily all going to be used intact. But after you paint them, you can scan them or photograph them, digitize them, and then you can use the same one over and over. I have done that with this one. This one was a painting I did, and then I printed it. And obviously I've used some of it in other pieces. I think this one needs some green leaves, right? This is the one that was so gooey. All right, so we're gonna do some green leaves. And what I like about these things is I like to let it dry and then start layering things over it. So these are some of my stamps that I really like to use. You know, sometimes you go back to the same things that you use a lot. Hey Terry, how are you? Hey Lori. So we're making mixed media papers, and I was just saying that sometimes I use acrylic, sometimes I stamp, and I have some of the ones that I use this butterfly one all the time. I just love it. And like I said, when you use this, it will just sort of disappear into your piece. Let me see if I have one with a butterfly. I use this one all the time. So see, this was actually on tissue paper. This is not printed on the card. This is one of those inspiration cards. And so you can still see what the pattern is, but the tissue just disappears. And I'm just gonna put a few around. I really enjoy this one, this little honeybee comb. And once you start layering all these on with the colors and whatever, it just turns out so cool. Do you guys have a favorite number? That's one of my things. I like to use some of my favorite numbers. And I think I'm going to put that in here. If I can find them all. What is it about numbers and letters that are sideways and backwards? Very hard to see, right? So I'm going to put my favorite little combo here. And another thing you can do, I like to make a lot of my own, is that waterproof ink pad? Yes, it is. Archival ink. You guys keep me on track. I'm really having a hard time focusing today. I've got a friend that's really sad, and I don't want her to be sad. So I liked, this was just like a piece of a toy from Play-Doh from when my daughter was a child. And then I got one of the appetizer sticks because it had a little ball on it, and I was able to glue that on. And so anything like that that will make an interesting shape, you can use. So see, isn't that fun? Might be hard for you to see the yellow. We'll do it we'll do some mixed. How about that? So you can see it better. How about that? Can you see it better? But this can just be so fun. You can just put it anywhere. It's mindless. You can enjoy yourself. And then you have something, it kind of, you know, gets rid of the blank page syndrome where you get all weirded out because you don't know what to put on there. So this is something I found that I have used that's super fun. This came on a cake. See, happy birthday. And I have actually done this where I've made the tissue paper for a package, you know, and I put the designs on there. I wrote the happy birthday. I've used this many times. I'm just kind of making it painting it on there. Multicolors. Some of them are blending together. Make sure we get all of it. There we go. And then we're just gonna put it right on there. Now did glue a chopstick to it, but I bent it and I broke it, so I'm going to have to glue it back on there. But it does make it easy for you to just pull it back up. And see, look how beautiful. Worked out great. Let's see, are those the things? Also, I saved things like these. These are caps for pump, like hair materials, product, whatever. Makes it kind of fun. And then you can go back in with another. I really like circles, they're really fun. But see how it just starts building up on each other? It's like that. Splonger. Everybody has one of those. So, and I like to dip them in 2 different colors, and then if you're careful, you just put it down and twist it just maybe a 1/4 of a turn to a 1/2 a turn. And then you end up with this blended effect. See that? Do another one. It also is fun that you don't really necessarily have to have a cohesive design in mind when you're doing these, because you're going to tear them off and use different pieces anyway. Different elements of it. Okay. I've also used glitter. Glitter gives a really fun effect on this kind of paper. You can just kind of smear it around, or you can put it on things that are specific. Like I could put it right on top of that butterfly, so that there's 2 elements here on this part. Oh, here's another fun one that I forgot. I also took a chopstick and glued it to a pop top, right? I don't know what these are called, but they're the, you know what they are. So see? And then you can just put that right on there, and it leaves a cool design. One other thing before I show you how that ends up, how this actually works. But this is something fun. I know Terry will appreciate this. That because I got it at her favorite place, Dollar Tree. But I tried one over here, and so it doesn't matter which one. I guess we'll just start with this one. And I'm wondering how long this sticky stuff is going to stay. I may end up having to build a little handle on it too someday. But it's the same thing. We're just going to do like this. If you guys have a better way to use this, please let me know. I've never used these before. But let's see where there's a place that you can see good. Okay, so we're going to go like this. And it says, the adventure begins. Look how tidy that is. Isn't that nice? I really like these. I'm going to have to see what other, this one is about traveling. So, but I'm sure that they have others. I think maybe a fleur-de-lis or something like that would be really cool. So, after you have designed your mixed media paper, and you decide you're going to use it on mixed media, I'll show you some of the things that we can do with it. I am going to move this over some. Here we go. I've done a lot of these. Usually I have just copy paper sitting beside me, so when I'm painting and I have some extra, you see you can just wipe your brush off, wipe your card off, and then I went over it with some of these stamps. This one was a project that my daughter was doing, and I liked it so much I scanned it on the computer on the scanner and then printed it out. I mean, see, just all kinds of things. All of these are not from hers, but this was the one where I did with the squeegee and some extra. I mean, it's just endless, some of the things that you can do. This one, another artist did, and it was a bonus. So that one was super fun. That's just printed on paper. There's my honeycomb again. And so lots of them are, you know, I've already used some. The metallic color is awesome. But stencils, you can use stencils on there. Just endless possibilities. And so this, where it says inspire and the flower, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see the tissue paper barely. But you notice how it just blends right into the substrate there. See that? And then these other things had all kinds of, you know, Posca pens and ribbon, string, whatever. So we had all that. This is super fun. Sometimes you get patterned tissue paper already. And I'll show you how it turned out. You see that? I didn't have to do anything to that. That was just this tissue paper. I guess this one, I don't know why I got this one out. I guess it was because of the honeycomb thing, but so you'll see all kinds of things that you can do. Once you start making these, you'll see all the applications. I was wondering if that glitter went through, but it didn't. But see how it made it kind of translucent right there? That's how it's going to come out on here. So I know I'm going to bring you up here so I can see your pretty face. There we go. But I have a piece of hair stuck to my nose somewhere. So I can't wait for you to try your own mixed media papers, and you can do it on copy paper, you can do it on colored paper. I happen to use tissue paper today. You can use colored tissue paper. I prefer the white because it just blends right in. And yeah, thank you, Jamie. I see that you were answering questions while I was looking at what I was doing. But lastly, I want to remind you that I've got a painting coming up for this month, and it's called Mexican Tile. If you want to sign up, it's only $10. If you want to sign up, I'll put the link in the description. Just put Mexican Tile if you want. And we'll be doing that on August the 22nd, but there will be replays for about a week. So if you're having things to do that day, then there's no reason to worry, okay? So I'm going to be finishing this up. And I've got lots of things to do today to plan and get things ready for the rest of the holiday season. So lots of fun things coming. Thank you so much. I always appreciate when you come and spend some time with me. And I hope I'll see you next Tuesday at 10. This is Laura from McNeely Garden Studios. I'll see you soon. Thanks.